All right, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Akeem, and welcome to this vlog. We are on week 8 of the 2017 college football season. Yes, I have been missing in action a little bit, been dealing with an illness and car situations, but now I am back just to give you this week's key matches. I don't really have much. I have actually under 10 games to talk about. Starting with the earlier game on Saturday between number 10 OK State at Austin against my Longhorns. This could be an upset alert. My Longhorns can pull off an upset, especially coming off a 29-24 loss to OU in the Red River shootout, and that was a good game for everyone to watch. I think they're going to hold their own for as long as they can, but I'm still going to go with the Cowboys in this one because of their offense led by quarterback Mason Rudolph. Next up, number 1 Alabama is going to be hosting unranked Tennessee. Now, there was some people who actually asked me to actually call out this game. I don't really see anything happening in this one. This is a free no-brainer. Go with Roll Tide in this game. Next up, number 8, Miami's going to be hosting Syracuse. Now, Syracuse came off a major upset victory over number 2, the Clemson Tigers. Miami is on the lookout, and Syracuse is actually still undefeated, I believe, in ACC play. I still will go with the Canes in this one. They're on a mission, 3-0 in the Coastal Division. Next up is going to be I'm calling out as my upset game of the week, as Navy, who is 5-1, is going to be hosting undefeated 20th ranked UCF Central Florida. UCF head coach Scott Frost been doing a great job as coach, turning this team around, and he's actually been using himself as the scout team quarterback this week to play the option quarterback, trying to replement what they do, what the Navy midshipmen do in their offense. And nobody knows the option style play better than Scott Frost himself. He was a great option style quarterback at Lincoln, Nebraska for the Cornhuskers. I think this is going to be a close matchup, but I am going to go with Navy in this one. I'm sticking with at least picking one team who is most vulnerable for an upset loss. I will go with UCF losing in this game just to call out my upset game of the week, even though UCF's been playing tremendously this past season. Next up, K-State is going to be hosting number 9 of OU. OU still is trying to stay alive in the Big 12 Conference. They do have one loss so far in the season, but they're still alive as far as trying to win the Big 12 championship this year. Probably could still have an opportunity to make the college football playoff because I did mention the Clemson Tigers losing. But I'm going to have to go. I will go with the Sooners in this one just to stay alive and trying to make it to the playoff this year. K-State has been falling apart over the most recent games. Next up, another upset alert as Ole Miss quarterback Shea Peterson is going to be trying to lead in the Rebels, hosting number 24 LSU, who has been gaining a lot of confidence lately the past couple of weeks. They had great victories, a close win over Florida, and in their last victory over a good Auburn Tiger team. This team's turned this season around, even though they had, despite the couple losses that they had, getting crushed by Mississippi State and losing to Troy. This is going to be a close matchup. Shea Patterson been doing a great job at quarterback. Now, leading this team to a 3-3 record, yes, it's not all that, but this is still a good offensive weapon at quarterback. Passed for over 2,100 yards, 17 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions. This is going to be a close matchup, but I think LSU's defense is going to hold its own and hold them enough to pull off a victory. And let's look at the ground attack offensively for the Tigers. Been getting the steam rolling in this one. Next up, number 11 USC is going to be traveling to Notre Dame to face the number 13 Fighting Irish. This is going to be a great rivalry game. We've been seeing some good games over the past decade between Notre Dame and USC. Both these two teams is going to have a close race in this one, and I think the ground attack of Notre Dame will edge out a little bit more as far as rushing over USC. USC still have some good running backs with Ronald Jones leading the way, but Josh Adams has shown he's the better running back so far in the season, over 7 yards per carry. But let's not forget about NFL prospect Sam Darnold of the USC Trojans. Yes, they did have one loss to Washington State, but I think they're going to be just fine. That was actually a little bit of a surprising loss. I did not see that one coming. USC is very hungry to try to win the Pac-12 championship. Even though they do have a loss, they're still alive. I think they will edge out the Notre Dame Fighting Irish at South Bend. I think at least a 3-point victory. Lastly, my game of the week, as number 2 Penn State is going to be hosting Michigan. Michigan's traveling to Beaver Stadium. This is going to be a big scare for the Wolverines, and this is going to be a big test, one of the biggest games this season in the Big Ten Conference. This is a tight race. Michigan did lose to Michigan State in their rivalry matchup, and they're looking to try to stay alive in the Big Ten Championship, while Penn State, they still remain undefeated, and so this is Saquon Barkley's just to try to increase his Heisman hopes coming towards the end of the season. If he has another big game, he still is my #1 guy thus far for the Heisman Trophy candidacy. I think he's going to have a good game in this matchup, but the Michigan Wolverines is definitely going to be looking more to stopping him as far as paying less attention to the passing attack. They're looking to more stopping Saquon Barkley and just subsidize his play for this matchup just to equal things out offensively, and then put the ball in the hands of Shane McSorley to be the leader of this for this game. I will still go with the Nittany Lions in this one because they had the home field advantage. I like their defense as well. Not as tight as Michigan's defense, but still good enough. And offensively, they just have way too many exciting weapons on the offensive unit for the Nittany Lions. I will go with Penn State over the Michigan Wolverines in this matchup. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be Tuesday morning, in which I will give you a recap of this week's games. Thank you for watching this vlog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.